Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got 2 new molds to do today. These have been sitting on my desk for a while now. I had to get through all of those into resins and the Resin Molds Express. So now that those are done for the month, it's time to get back into my new molds and to the orders that have been ordered for quite some time. So the next few videos are probably going to be jam-packed long videos because I'm going to try to jam as many of the orders in together on one day as possible. I do want to give a shout out to somebody, and I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. They told me that this is going to change my life. See this black? So I usually use construction paper, right? And I'm buying it constantly all the time, and I change it every day for you, so it's a clean back. They're like, here's a link, you can thank me later or something to that effect. So I ordered it like that day. This is like a Teflon sheet, you guys. I'm gonna link it below. This is going to change my life. She's like, you are going to save so much money on paper, that she has had hers for something like 5 years or something and hasn't changed it. So the resin doesn't stick to it. You can wash it off nicely. So I'm excited to try it. Today's my first day. I did have it in the end of the last video, but I didn't pour on it yet. So I didn't want to say anything. But today is the day because you know it's going to get messy. And we're going to test it out. So this is a cute little turtle, and it is actually a tray. This is going to be the lid. This is the turtle. This is a matte mold because the piece that I have is matte. So that's what it is, unfortunately. We're going to fix it up after the fact. This one is a shiny mold. It's got a starfish, a stingray, and a little turtle. And I'm thinking, this one I'm going to pour in this Dianca Pours. Remember, we got 15% off now with these colors or anything on her website except her sets. So this one is called Buttercream. This one was sent to me. I have my shipment in coming today, so you might get to see an unboxing of that today. I'm so excited. It says it's out for delivery. So I got like 10 colors coming because I want to try her colors because they look beautiful and the packaging is gorgeous. So these, I decided, let's use these chameleon flakes. These are the lighter colors. So I'm just going to mix it all up this color and fill them in with that and see what that does to the colors. So I'm just going to flip this one over and move it out of the way. And we'll do one of each color. I don't know what color. Let's do, this is a pretty blue. What is this called? Violet Aqua. And these are flakes. They do go everywhere, but I do love them. But I'm going to cover the ones I don't want to get in there because they will go flying. Not that it matters, but let's do the stingray in the blue or the aqua purple. It's going to be pretty with that buttercream behind it. Because if you use black behind it, you're going to get really, really bright colors. Now go back up under in there. He's got a little stinger back there. But if you use a lighter color to fill these, you're going to get the lighter colors, and that's what I'm hoping for. I actually really want these colors, so maybe I will take out like an ounce of resin and make it white instead of the buttercream because it really will affect your flakes depending on what color you have it on. I think that's what I'll do. I'm assuming this is like an ounce for all 3 of them. It's not that much. They're not that big. There's one. I think I got it good. And then it doesn't matter if anything gets in there now because it's already got flakes stuck to it. Let's do this greenish one for the turtle. And this one is called Lime and Blue. And I will just cover up this one just in case. And we're going to burnish this in. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Oh, look at that. My ceiling fan's on. It's just blowing things everywhere. But it is Florida. It is 100 degrees basically every day. It's June. Well, I'm sorry, it's July. We are in summer, the summer heat. So my fan is not going to go off. My poor little dogs are always hot. I try to cut their hair as short as possible for the summer. But, you know, I'm going to try to get down. I don't know how well I'm going to do in this head, but I'm going to definitely do my best to get up in there. Let me see. Did I get the feet pretty good? Yeah, I'm excited to see what these look like in white. I'm pretty sure I've done it before, but I cannot remember what it was that I did it on, if I did. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to test out these colors. I hope I got that up in there. That's the bottom of his face, but I think I did anyway. All right. I have my little vacuum. I can vacuum all this up when I'm done. Let's see, for the starfish, what do we have? Let's do this one. It looks a little different. I always keep them upside down. That way you can kind of see the colors. Gold olive. Let's do gold and olive. And they may not have much of a difference backed in white, but boy, do they go in gorgeous. You can sprinkle them in. I like to brush mine in. That way they all combine together. You could sprinkle them in and they will look like flakes when you pull it out of the mold. But I don't, sometimes I do that. Depends on the project. Just change and adjust with whatever you're doing. I think I got it all. Man, that is pretty. All right, let me vacuum this up. I've got a really cute vacuum that doesn't go in there anymore. And then I will probably get my tape out. See this cute little thing? It just vacuums your tray. Pretty good. I gotta wipe up the rest. And from what I understand, this cleans beautifully. Oh my gosh, so far I love it. So far it is great. But we don't have resin on it yet, right? So we're gonna learn together. All right, I'm going to try to get some of this off. I guess it doesn't make a difference, but try to keep it clean, or it's gonna be all over my hands later when I'm unmolding this. I think I'm gonna mix up about, I don't know, 6 ounces maybe. That should be good. We'll do 6 ounces. And, well, I don't know. This one is kind of deceiving because it's got that big, huge piece of silicone in there. So I'm not quite sure what to expect. So maybe 7. And if I have extras, I have extras. It's okay.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage.
I went with 7. I put like 1 1/4 in here. I'm going to use my pearl white instead of white pigment paste. That way the back is nice and shimmery. And we'll see how we go on that. And then, of course, the buttercream in this one. I'm not going to waste another cup and do it twice, so just going to do it in here. I hate wasting cups. Oh my gosh, this powder's everywhere. Let's see, let's do this first, and then we will vacuum chamber. Get all these bubbles out of here. I mean, the best thing to do is if you want to use the extra cup is to do it in the cup, a little bit at a time. But I don't like to waste so many cups. I'd rather just stir extra long. Just got to make sure it's all mixed in or it will settle on your piece. And then you'll know. Then you'll be like, I should have wasted the cup. I'm just going to let that sit for a moment. And if anything floats, I'll remix it. Let's do this one. This one might need a little bit more, I'm not sure. And I got a vacuum already. I got powder all over my table. It's a little light for me. I'm going to put some more in there. I don't think I've used this white. It's pretty full in this bottle. I have so many whites. I just kind of interchange them as I can. I have so many I haven't used yet too. This one's not too big of a deal though because it's just the back of the piece. You really wouldn't even see unmixed mica powder in that one, I don't think. I don't know, you could. Maybe it'll show through that. iridescence. I'm hoping they look opal-like. Otherwise, we'll know that they won't. All right, that's probably fine. Let me get my paper towel here. Let me see this one. Yep, I have some pieces that did not get mixed in. Let's do it again. Just a couple, like 2 tiny little pieces. I will have to monitor this in the vacuum chamber because both cups are a little more than half full. And I don't want them to bubble over. That should be good. Remember, I'm going to be painting on top of that, so that's just our base color.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky. Dipped in gold.
This table cleaned up like a dream. I just sprayed it and wiped it and it's all gone. So I have a feeling I'm gonna love this stuff. Let's pour. I'm not gonna spray these because of all the powders in there, but I'm gonna pour them slowly to get down in that head. Hopefully we won't create a bubble under his chin. I just wanna go up underneath there with a dotting tool. Hopefully there won't be a bubble, but there could be. Fill up his feet and his arms. And then the stingray. I'm not sure if I have enough actually. I think I did, what did I say, 1.25 ounces. I'm just gonna go in the tail, the 2 wings up under the wings. And then the starfish, which doesn't really have any place. Oh yeah, 1.25 ounces is exactly perfect. If I dome them, which I don't want to do, so I have a little left over, not too much. All right, so for this one, I think I will spray. Let me move this. Let's see. Yeah, he's got his head down in there. Lots of cracks and crevices, his head down in there. 2 heads. So this is like a baby turtle and this is mama turtle, and the baby is riding on the mama's back. Let me just get some in this one too, and then I'll mess around with their little heads. Again, I've never poured this with resin, so I don't know the problem spots. We probably will find that out today. So you don't make them if you decide to get this cool little mold. All right, let's finish pouring and see how much it took. This was like, I think I had just over 5.5 ounces. And I'm gonna have plenty. This one, I want to go down in his little arms, making sure nothing gets trapped. Then I got to come up with a plan to finish him off. All right, let's see what we have left here. I'm going to pour a little bit more into this one, even though I probably shouldn't. I'm going to anyway, just to see. What do we have? When you check your cups, make sure you scrape all your resin down so you're accurate in your readings here. I have 1.5, and I started at 5.5, so it took 4 ounces. Not too bad. Not a whole lot of resin. It's a cute little trinket jar. Let me scoot this. I should have put it on paper towels, but I didn't. I forgot. I have pre-done a whole bunch of my extras molds yesterday, and what I did was just painted on powders. Let me put this together. The white and the cream, buttercream. And I'm going to color it black. Because like I said, I painted all of my extras molds with powders this time. That way when I grab them, I don't have to be rushed to do it, especially if I'm working with 4-hour fast cure. I don't have to rush, they're already done. I've even prepped my peacock with some rhinestones, but I don't want a black peacock, so we're not going to do that today. Might need a little bit more. That's more of a charcoal than a black. Let's do it a little more here. That should do it. Just to get those colors really nicely, since we painted, well, since I painted all the molds at like midnight last night. I'm painting all my molds with all different colors, and I kept the jars with them so you guys know what colors they are. And I do want to do my sand dollars. I haven't done them but the one time, and I had two colors that looked kind of the same, this one and this one. So they kind of look the same in the mold. This is from Temu, this was from Happy Mail, and I want to see if they look the same when we pour them. So I'm just going to pour these real quick. What was that? Something came out of there. Maybe I'm wrong. I wonder what it could have possibly been. These are cute little tiny little sand dollars. Baby and mama. So let's do these two and see what we get here. That might be all that I have as far as extra resin goes. Come on. And I take the blooper molds, so the molds that I have are not ones that get sold because there's a mistake somewhere on them. So I just deal with the mistakes on my end. This one here, I think my original was leaning when I pulled it out, so I didn't want to have any problems with somebody else having that. And I didn't cut those indentions properly on this one either, in either one of them. So I do have definitely trimming to do. These are not the quality you would be getting if you ordered them. Like I said, I keep my mistakes and I go with the flow. Let's just pop some bubbles here. I have a little more. I will drill out those little indentions. What is that? Obviously another blooper on my end. We are no longer using the paper we are using. See how this is wrinkly? We have come up with a different way of doing it. So it's beautiful and smooth now. And of course, you know, I'm keeping these. But you will get a beautiful smooth one. I just over poured that, that's what I did. Let me take some of this out. I got a little bit left. I will figure out what to put it in, and I will surprise you on demold. Everything's ready to unmold, but I want to show you from yesterday. Remember those vases that came out matte? I spray sealed them with clear spray sealer from Lowe's, and they came out beautifully and shiny. So I just wanted to give you an update on those. They came out really nice now. So you can always spray seal them if they don't come out right. So that was a save for that one. I'm gonna put some rhinestones on there. I completely forgot until just now. So for the extras, I have some gems that I had painted already. This is a blue purple shift. This one was Nick Pro blue purple red. So I just made a bunch of little pendants to see what they would look like. I haven't painted this mold before, but they came out good. Still sparkling, still pretty. Let me get these all out. I made a fidget spinner or whatever you call those things from the Happy Mail. And this one was Tongawa River. So there's my examples. I E6000 them onto the label and they're stuck really, really good. Oh, that's cool. I will take a marker and go in those grooves just to highlight them with one of the colors, but there's a color changing fidget spinner. We'll just put this little piece on the inside after I do that, and that'll be good. Let's see. Oh, I still have half painted, so I'm going to set those aside back with that color so I know what I did. Let's do these. This one was the Temu one. I can't get a link, guys. I bought this before the tariff started, and now they say sold out. Ooh, look at that. I do have to cut those little holes out, or you don't have to. I mean, you could still see where they're at, but you can definitely cut them out with a little drill bit. That's what I did last time. Yeah, this is the one that got messed up. That's why I kept this one. But look at that. So pretty. And then this one was Copper Roses. Let's see if there's a difference. Not too much. They're really, really really close to the same. This one is a little bit more intense than that one. I'm just gonna trim that up too. And there's that one. I just take my drill, my little jewelry drill. I have the hole, and I just go in here and clean it out. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna get dust all over, but that's what I'm gonna do. And I will sand the edges to get those nice and flat. I need to make myself a good mold because I don't like having to fix them all the time, but I didn't want to get rid of that mold. You know, I don't like to waste things, so. All right, you ready? Here is, let's do the starfish first. Ooh, what do you think about the opalescent? I'll just make magnets out of these or something. You could put these in other, you know, sea life arrangements or beach scenes or whatever you want. They're not too big. They're just little guys. Very cute. Here's the stingray. Let me pull him out. That one's cool. That's got more of a yellowish, goldish tint, and this one is more pink. I can't remember what colors we used on there, but this is pink and yellowish and blues. This one's pink and yellow. And then the little turtle. Come on. There he is. Isn't he adorbs? I didn't even get any bubbles in him. That's so cute. You can outline his little shell or something. He does have little feet that are outlined, but I don't know if I have a pen that tiny. So I will trim them up and do something with those little guys. And then we've got this one. This one is the lid. I'm hoping it's cool enough to take out. There's the lid. Isn't it cute with little baby on his mama's back? So we're gonna finish him up somehow. He's got starfish and seashells all over the back that can be dazzled up if you want to. And here is the turtle. How cute is that? That came out good. And then here's the little lid for the jar. I do have to trim it because I over poured it. Otherwise, it fits right on the back. So you have a tiny little opening there for some jewelry or something. There's some seashells. Oh, he's got seashells as feet. I forgot. So you can decorate those really pretty and make him whatever colors you want. And we'll get that to fit because I over poured it. So that will definitely fit. I'm going to, remember I said I shouldn't be pouring any more in there and I did it anyway? Yeah, I shouldn't have. Well, let me get a plan for these put together and I will get them finished and we'll see just how beautiful we can make everything.
Silicone dreams
blooms in the palm of her hand, turtle trinket jar shaped by her plan, stingrays and starfish dance in the light, sand dollars gleam in her heart, takes flight. She molds the world with a heavenly spark, serving her Savior, leaving her mark, crafting her art with love so true, a touch of grace in all that she'll do. Resin flows like a gentle stream, colors collide, a maker's dream. Ocean whispers caught in her care, a masterpiece born from a heartfelt prayer. She molds the world with a heavenly spark, serving her Savior, leaving her mark, crafting her art with love so true, a touch of grace in all that she'll do.
I am done. Here is everything. So I put the not pinch bales, the flat back bales, just glued them on with E6000. Let those dry. Now for this fidget spinner that works, I just used my fine tip on this marker, went in all those grooves with the gold, and then I put some rhinestones on the tips of those. So that's super cool. Love those. Then for these, I trimmed all the trimmings. I used my drill, I used it like a Dremel, and I just stuck it in there, and I cleaned out the holes so they went all the way through. And then I sanded the edges. Now the good thing about sand dollars is when you find them in the wild, they are never perfectly round, so it does not matter how many things or bubbles you have to sand down. They're still natural looking, because this is what they look like in the natural. I've found plenty of them. For my little sea life people, I just used the same gold fine tip marker, and I just followed all the grooves that were already in them on his shell, his face, his feet, and then around there and around there. So those are those little things. I didn't put anything on the backs. I think they're kind of heavy for magnets, kind of big, so I didn't put anything on the back of these. I did finish this, so this went from blooper to beautiful, so I think it's gorgeous now. That's, oops, probably not anymore. So it went from dull to shiny just by spraying it. So this is gorgeous, no longer a blooper. This one is well back to shiny, so that one is really, really pretty. So do that if your mold is matte for whatever reason, or you used it too much. You can always spray your pieces when you're done. Are you ready to see the turtle? Isn't it cute? Mama and baby, and I made them match. I used 2 colors of acrylic metallic paints. Okay, I can get it out. Acrylic metallic paint. Used a brush, wiped most of the paint off the brush onto a paper towel, and I just kind of dry brushed a couple of colors onto the mom and the baby. So she's got that champagne that we mixed in the mica as the base color, and then I put on espresso, and then I put on champagne gold. And then to go with the brown colors, I just picked an orange, a maroon, and a gold to go with their seashells. So all their seashells are painted, and it fits perfectly after you trim. So don't over pour it, but when you do trim it, if you do over pour it, it fits absolutely like a dream, like that. I trimmed everything. Nothing is sharp. I sanded everything, so everything is done. I think that's it. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. All right, well, that just means one thing. It's time to go for the day, and I will have something cool tomorrow and possibly some orders. I'm not quite sure. I might have some new molds too. I don't know. Let me figure it out. I will see you then, so stick around for these pictures, you guys. Thanks for joining me today. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every